Good evening, everybody. This Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner, Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. It's Thursday night here, and it's cold here, and it's trying to snow as well, and it's actually snowed in some areas. For the ones watching this replay, thank you so much for coming in and checking out this old lady. It's greatly appreciated. So that way you can show me that you like me just a little bit. And also hit the notification button so that you can also. All right, so I keep forgetting I need to turn the sound down on other devices. Excuse me for that, y'all. But yeah, as I was saying, please hit that notification button so that you'll be notified of any new videos that I may upload. And y'all coming in nice and fast today. Hello to Analytic Gardner. How are you? And congratulations on hitting 1,000 plus subscribers. So proud of you. Good thing. Psalms 146. I know you cooking dinner because that's your thing in the evenings. I understand you got a family. Mike. Thank you, Mike, for stopping in this evening. Miss Kelsey, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. And Wanda Carr Jones, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you as well. Happy Mac. More than just a little bit is greatly appreciated. I got my laptop sitting in my lap. Normally, I had it sitting up on my stand today. I said, I'll let it sit in my lap until I get tired of it. Then I'll sit it on top of my stand. But it's cold here. It's cold. It's cold enough to snow. I went out shopping today with some friends and I said, is that snow? She said, oh, we had snow over our way. I was like, we're in different neighborhoods. And she said, we had a light dusting already. I was like, oh no. I was like, I bought a new winter hat. I figured I sport it tonight. I turned my heat up a little bit because it was a little nippy inside the house. And my granddaughter, she has her first name is Simone. So she had this cup. She said she didn't like it. I said, you didn't like this? I was like, can I have it? She said, sure. I was like, a S is a S. Oh, I think I saw someone different in here. Happy Mac. What's up, baby? Yeah, it's snowing in New York. Yeah, a little chilly everywhere. All right, wait a minute. Did I do it the right way or the wrong way? I was trying to see. I saw a new name here that I don't normally see, and I wanted to see, catch them before. All right. Hopefully they'll come back talk again in the comments. Yeah, I'm still trying to learn how to work all this stuff. Me and IT. It's not my biggest forte. Everybody saying hello to one another. Yeah, it's cold here. Ooh. Yeah, I have a pepper plant out on the front porch. I hope I can get it after the live, but it ain't froze yet. It's in a pot. I think I could bring it in if it ain't already. Then I went to the upper room. Hey, just one Ella, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. It's supposed to be 34 tonight. Shoot. And Lady Garden, that was our high today. 34. It's supposed to get down to like 28 or something. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't see a half an inch to an inch of snow outside in the morning. Psalm says it was like a blizzard here this morning around 10, but only a couple of inches stayed on the ground. Yeah. So winter's here in Ohio. It's no doubt about it. And you can't sugarcoat this. It's cold. Okay. Do you hear me? It's cold. Anytime you put your hands in your pocket or you wear gloves to carry your groceries outside because your hands get instantly cold, it's cold. Yeah, and I'm bringing out the teas. Yeah, I I got two tea bags in here. Two. Do y'all hear me? One is the immunity boost, and then the other one is lemon and echinacea. When you go out this time of the year, you got people in the stores who coughing and sneezing, don't want to put a mask on, and then you be like, okay. And so as soon as you get home, you start dropping stuff so that whatever you might have brought home, you don't have that heebie-jeebies. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and I got honey in here as my sweetener. Real honey from the farmer's market. Yeah, the real stuff. It's good too. Yeah. A little later on, once you get halfway down, I might throw a shot of Jack in it to kind of even it off. Mike said, I realized I had things with water like glass, hummingbird feeder, lucky only bird feeders size. Yeah, I already brought mine in. Happy Max said, on a happy note, in 4 weeks, the days start to get longer again. Yeah, but it still get cold and it's still dark. It gets dark here before 5 o'clock. Yeah, so if you want to do anything, get up early. And Lenny Gardner said, I need to go dig up my peppers. I'm a day off with this 34-degree. Well, yesterday I did a lot out in the yard because I knew it was going to get cold, but I didn't don't think it was going to get quite as cold as it actually is outside. So there's a few things I didn't get. I still had geraniums hanging on my front porch that's been blooming. I hope they didn't die. I dug up my dahlia. I had a real pretty white dahlia. I dug it up yesterday and rinsed the roots off and stuff. So I want to see if I can overwinter. Now the geraniums that's out there now, they're actually from 2022 that I brought in and overwintered and put them back out the early part of this year. So if I haven't killed them already, brought back in. Yeah, Mike, it could shatter the glass. That what they call it, freeze and thaw, or the ice will expand and break it. Yep, I've lost a few. So I do. Mike, I ruined my hummingbird feeder during doing that. I forgot. Yeah. Um, let's see. When my hummingbirds stop coming, that's normally around the 1st of October. That's when I take my hummingbird feeder down because I knew then they've gone south for the winter. It's too cold for them to stay here. It was like 60 a couple of days ago. Yeah, it was. And then it just dropped. The other day was nice. Even yesterday was nice. It was nicer than I thought it was going to be. It got up in the 50s and the sun was shining. And then by 2 o'clock, it got so dark outside, you thought it was 9 o'clock at night. Yeah. So the weather is schizophrenic everywhere. Bipolar, schizophrenic, whatever you want to call it, it's not the same. You know, we listen to CC and watch David's videos. They out there in tank tops and shorts. Just so 80 degrees is just a normal day for them here, where like we're like 50 to 55 degrees cooler than they are, and we're here in hoodies and snuggies. You know what I'm saying? Shakira, nice to see you. Been missing you, sweetie. Been working hard. All right, somebody rang my doorbell. That means there was a package delivered. I'm not going down there to get it now. Hey, Kim, her garden and her life. Thank you for stopping in. Greatly appreciated. Mike said, yes, Psalms. He went from 50 degrees to 29 in 12 hours. Yeah, that's pretty much sound about right. Happy Max said, I went around last week doing drive-by plant shopping. Picked up many mums, ferns, and geraniums that folks put out to the curb. Yeah, I've done that too. I just grabbed a whole pot. Yeah, they don't even take them out the pot and throw them out. They put the whole pot out on the curb. Yeah, I've done that. And then some yards. If I'm riding with my girlfriend, she said, "Girl, why you got these trash bags with you?" I was like, "That house right there, slow down. They got leaves and grass all cut together. I will collect it and throw it in my compost pile. That's free. They in some neighborhoods they don't bag up the leaves. They blow them on the curb, and they had the trucks scrape them all off one side. Then they had the big machines to come out and suck them up. So we used to bag up leaves. We don't bag them up anymore. They just blow them or suck them up off the curb. So yeah. Yeah, 80 degrees sure sound nice. Yeah, that's about what I got it in the house right now. No, I don't have it quite that high. I got it maybe at 68, 70 at the most right now. This tea is absolutely delicious. There you go. Backyard garden, flow. Good evening. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, the wind blowing hard here. Yeah, I was hearing the trees. You can hear it whipping through the trees. There's a lot of trees around here. It blew all the leaves off of them. I got leaves all over here. I got my own free leaf. mulch. I used to take a chicken wire, just make a circle out of it and put a couple of ties down the side and just put all my leaves inside of there and let them break down, and then I would put them on top of the garden. Normally, I could get a hold of somebody's lawnmower so that I could cut them and shred them up, and they would, break down a lot faster. But I didn't get a chance to do that this year. So I'm just glad to have some leaves. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Serena Norrell, how are you? Thank you for stopping in and saying hello to everybody. And I do mean everybody. Brother Hudson, that's right, Hud. Tell him 21 watching, 10 thumbs up. Come on, y'all. I know your thumbs is working. I know you appreciate when I come to your lives and put a thumbs up. I would appreciate if you do the same for me. I'm just asking so y'all can show me just a little bit how much you like me. BRB making rice for dinner. Okay. My question to you guys this evening: if you had the opportunity to teach a class, what would you teach? I know some people are nurturers because they have taught their children. Uh, when the pandemic hit and schools were on lockdown, they had to learn how to set up curriculum for their children. What are you knowledgeable about that you would love to teach others? Hey, VP, Vision Preparedness. Thank you for stopping through. You said I have 5 acres of leaves if you need some. Ship them on over here. I ain't scared. I found, what is it? Chip drop in my neighborhood, and I applied for it. And I told them I got a 1/4 acre lot. And they said, "You want the whole thing?" Yeah, I was like, "Sure." Thank you. I'm glad you went front to that. Thank you very much, Analytic Gardner. Thank you so much. I would love the leaves. I would. Shred them up for me, too. That way they have a head start, because worms love shredded leaves. All right. Kim Stage says she would be teaching gardening. I've actually taught a gardening class to a room of experts, and they were amazed about how many what they consider medieval methods that I use for gardening, because they got this here, so they're entitled to get a lot more than what I could get, and they were really amazed on my budget, how I was gardening. So it was quite interesting. It was a nice class. I think everybody learned a little something, something from it. I think more so from me than I did from them, because I knew you could, buy and do this, then the third when you got money, but when you don't have them deep pockets, what you do to make your garden happen. Growing Hudson said, "I would love to be a mentor to young girls on life in general." That's a good one. TLC in the garden. Hey, daughter. Yeah, that's a good one. The one thing, the one most important thing that I should be teaching is the Bible. Yeah, I do teach that. Yeah. Tixie, what's up, baby girl? How's the ankle? Don't be running up chasing nobody, picking up no big men, okay? Working on a project, listening from the bushes. My ankle is great, Miss Shirley. You know I was gonna ask about it. Leave them big men alone now. Quit trying to pick them up. Okay, Stephanie, is that Hog or Heg? Thank you. I missed you the first time around. I wasn't sure. I thought I saw that name, but the check kind of just disappeared on me. It just took off. Thank you. I appreciate you. I don't think I've ever seen you in here before. Are you a content creator? If not, or if so, could you please put your information in, what grow zone you're in, and what state you're in? Vision say, "I would teach water shortage and purification and teach young boys to be men." Amen. Let me tell you, while me and my girlfriends was out shopping today, we see some, now these ain't young kids. These is These guys got to be past 30 years old with their pants hanging down. It's like, really? Come on, y'all too old. That stuff didn't played out. Now, see, if a woman wears her blouse too low cut, oh, they think that's to catch me out in one instance. Then the other instance, they would say that's obscene and she need to cover up. Where these guys was walking around here showing their drawers, cracking their behinds, and because they consider it cultural statement, they don't say nothing to them. And to me, that's indecent exposure to me than a woman with her breast popped up. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. All right. Don't, you know, I'm just saying. Awesome vision. Both very much needed. Yep. Yep. Uh, that's what I thought, Stephanie. You're new here, not a content creator in Zone 6B, Cleveland, Ohio. Where? I'm in Cleveland Heights. I'm East Sider. Thank you for stopping in. Give us a little more info about you. Appreciate it. We like supporters too now. Don't get us wrong. You don't have to be a content creator to get into our garden community. We got people here from all different walks of life. So don't feel that you have to have a channel in order to participate. Please. We want everybody. Happy Max said, I can teach kids to pinch a penny till it screams, make cold frames out of straw and old windows, how to get free leaves, mulch, and manure. Very good, very good, because they got yards, the majority of them, even if they live in an apartment building, there's a yard that's around the apartment building. I just got a friend that got apartment buildings down the end of the street that I didn't know. He wants me to come next year and help him plant flowers. I was like, oh, I could do that. I said, you know, it ain't free, right? And he was like, yeah, I know. I was like, all right, we on the same page. Yes, indeedy. A big welcome, Stephanie. Woohoo! Yeah, you got to give me some more info. See if you're close by. Yeah. Sorry, backyard flow. My phone did something crazy when I was trying to type everyone's name in. That's all right. We know, we know you. I teach a class on personal responsibility. That's what the analytic art. Yeah, yeah, that's a big thing. A lot of people don't want to take it. Oh, you in Euclid? I have a small garden and follow several of you. Whoa, hey, you're not that far from me. You probably closer to me. Uh-oh, I hit the wrong thing here. Lord have mercy. Uh, I hit a wrong button by mistake. I'm trying to get back to where I was at. No, I don't want to send you a message. I'm good. Let me go back to home. I'm trying to get out of this because now I can't see the chat. That's what I hate about this fang dangle stuff. You're not an IT person. You can't get it right. Let me see. I'm gonna have to go on my phone till I figure out how to get out of this screen that's blocking everything. Uh, okay. Sorry, backyard girl. Okay, all right. I teach a class on personal responsibility. Happy Mac, glad to see you. I mean, you could. Okay, I have a small. Okay, all right, and we appreciate you following us. I do. Hi there. How can we help you? You can't help me. I want you to get out of here. I hit the wrong button by accident. You know, you hit your pinky and they won't let you out unless you send them a message. I'm trying to hit home. Just get out my face. All right. I'm gonna have to go back to my phone. Y'all, if y'all see me looking down, that's because I'm trying to. Okay. I'm trying to see where my chat's at. All right. Everybody saying hello to TLC. I want to release some visible. I wonder if I will at least get some viable seeds, even if the pumpkins doesn't ripen properly. Well, in order for you to get viable seeds, the pumpkin gonna have to ripen to a certain degree in order for you to get that. I teach what not to do. Yeah, Mike. Hello, Miss Shaw. Hey, Nikki. What's up, boo? Growing with Hudson. OJ saying hi to one another. The escape key. Thank you. All right. No, that's not working. It's just doing all kinds of stuff. The escape key would only work on what I'm working on. Choose how to go. It's not working on this other. It's a pop up. That's what it is. Uh, it's a pop up that I'm trying to get rid of, and it doesn't have a X at the top where I could just hit it and exit out. It's got home, help, and messages at the bottom, and it won't let me out. Uh, Everybody's saying hello. Hello, LGGGGG. Everybody likes to take that L, all them G's, and just roll with them. It's funny. I'm really trying to get out of this. Any other time they'd have had a little X in the bottom and I could just hit and X out. This won't let me. It says, hi there. How can we help? Get off my screen. That's what you can do. Click right on the pop-up. I did. I tried all of that. There's no X. There's no. All right, I'm going to try it again. Yeah, this is the pop-up that goes with Restream. It's not just a regular pop-up. I don't know where it came from and why it's even here. I'm going to try something else. There you go. Okay. Whew, thank you. All right, for the ones I missed, I'm seeing people saying hi to Sylvia. Thank you for trying to help me get out of this. I'm learning. This is Restream. This is something totally new to me. So I'm really trying. All right, y'all. I've only had a few of y'all give me a suggestion and what you would teach if you had the opportunity to, because I know it's more than that. Because you guys got some strong opinions about being survivors and preppers and what have you. And I've only heard a few of y'all say what you would do. Because I know we all would love to, and we do, teach our kids, lessons. So if you could take that knowledge that you teach your kids or your neighbors' kids or nieces and nephews that you love and want to see thrive, what kind of class would you teach if you had that opportunity? Cassandra South Fulton, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you for coming in this evening. I appreciate you. I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. Yeah, so what would you teach? I would teach young ladies to be young ladies, other than gardening, if I had the opportunity. Because you have a lot of young ladies that's never heard of or learn how to wear the proper undergarments under some of these outfits. Ooh, Lord have mercy. All right, Grandma Hudson said I would teach how to cook from scratch. Yeah, I can see you doing that because I'm still raving about them cookies you brought us. And them cookies was the bomb. Okay, Serena says, oh, she talked about that pumpkin. Okay, it was going to 30 degree, but I put it in a cool, dark place to ripen. Will it ripen? There's no guarantee. I don't know what stage that pumpkin was in and how much nourishment that it still might have stored in the stem below where you cut it at. So I couldn't say one way or another. Just watch it. That's all I can say. If it starts to rotten, yeah, I would definitely say at that point no. And then I would cut it open and see what stage the seeds look like. It may or may not be. Miss Shirley, where do you want me to start? Teach how to prep food, 6 months supply, 1 year supply, alternative power, water, heat, canning, dehydration, both boys and girls. Wherever you want to, because they're going to need all of that. I mean, there's nothing that you have stated there that's not needed in some way, form, or fashion. It's just getting, especially these young people and kids, to stay interested in it. They don't look at life like we do as far as long term, down the road, or in the future. they're just, most of them just trying to get through the day and the week. They don't have work ethics. I'm not saying all young people now. Now, there's a lot of young folks out here that's got plenty good sense, and some even seem ahead of their years. But the majority of them, they lost. They don't know how to make budgets. They know how to make sure that they put enough money to the side for phone, hair, nails, car washes, and partying on the weekends. But long term, I don't see it. LGG said, I would teach how to spot the signs of yeah, domestic violence. Yeah, that's a good one. Because it's a lot of, I was listening to the news yesterday where what was it, the uncle told the police to come get this woman's husband because he said he was going to kill her. And they came and got him, and then they released him, and he came back and he killed her. You know, LGG says, I would teach parents how to advocate for their children with Title One. Uh-oh. My chat jumped. Let's see. Come on. With Title One services or an IP. Okay. First aid, stop the bleed, CPR, proper diet. Yeah, that's a good one too. I would teach young ladies how to keep a decent home, cooking, cleaning. Yeah. You got a lot of them out here don't know how to keep a house. Yeah, a lot of them don't know how to do more than DoorDash and microwave. They don't know how to cook a home. When you say a home cooked meal to them, that means they ordered out and somebody else cooked it and they brought it home. Yeah, that's their version. Cassandra said, I would, they go to chat again. This chat is hopping now. I would teach how to tap into, okay, wait a minute, coping skills for self preservation. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Happy Max said, I could teach about passive solar. You can heat, all right, I guess that means heat your home, cook and dehydrate food with passive solar. Okay. All right. Yeah, this chat keep jumping. All right. Yeah, we need a mentor problem on how to do your finances. Yeah, for sure. Wellness for Frugal Mama. Thank you for stopping by. LGG said, I would teach the advantages of having an important skill like carpentry, electricians, or plumbing. Yeah. Row. All right. I see somebody saying hello. I see you there. Thank you. Glad to see you. Yeah, because a lot of them, even though they live from paycheck to paycheck, they don't know how to save anything. I thank God for those who order DoorDash because it gives me some work on the side. Yeah, but those aren't going to make it. When we had that storm and these tornadoes and stuff was coming through, these kids didn't know what to do with themselves. They didn't know how to, there was no DoorDash. There wasn't any supermarkets or stores open. Sylvia said, I would teach for girls on how to be young ladies and self-respect. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. How to value themselves, teach them how to run a house, budgeting, prepping, so much more they need to learn. Some of them need lessons on how to be moms. They don't know how to be moms. They didn't have any good role models. And for the ones who do, are mainly been risen by grandparents. Yeah. To a certain degree, I was raised by my grandma. You know, um, Everybody come from different walks of life, different home lives. What's the word? Environment. That's the word I was looking for. Environment. Um, what the LGG say? Okay. I would like young boys with young men how to establish how to build a career, guide our youth. Yeah, they're lost. Like when we were coming up, they had classes in junior high and high school. Home ec, which they need to bring back, wood shop, and some schools actually have brought back automotives, boys and girls, because they need to know how to take care of their car just as good as a man. Uh, what is this one? Hey, Butter Roll Boutique. Thank you. Oh, you talked about your squash. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah. So, it's so many things out here our young people need to learn. Is scary. They can't go into corporate jobs with what they know because it's nothing they know. They don't even know how to dress for interviews. They don't know how to write a resume. It's kind of sad in regards to our young people, the state of mind that they're in. I was a corporate trainer for almost 9 years. People don't listen well, are preoccupied, and don't communicate efficiently. Training anybody anything. These people ain't gonna worry me. Hey, 2 weeks before I retired from my job, they sent a young lady over there wanted me to train her. I was like, no. I said, all the years I've been on this job, there's no way I'm a teacher in less than 2 weeks. I said, we won't even get started. I said, mm-mm. No, y'all should have been had somebody over here. And right now, I've been gone from my job about 5 or 6 years. You know, my position still isn't filled because most people say they can't handle the job. And all it is being organized. Real simple. Yeah. Woodshop was a ton of fun. I miss them days. Yeah. Yeah. And I like that. I'm a jack of all trades. I like work with my hands. I built my raised beds. I went and got the lumber, cut it, got the screws, the whole 9 yards. I enjoy putting my music on and out there, building whatever my little heart contented. All these ideas would be a great conferences, yeah, for our youth. And the problem would be on that growing with Hudson is for them to show up, and then once they show up, for them to stay because their version of how to survive and how to make money is totally opposite of what we think. All right, even though we know that IT is always going to be the thing of the future, is but they don't see anything else. They don't want to get their hands dirty working out in the garden. They don't want to pick up a bag of soil. We get excited when we see seeds. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole different love affair about gardening that they just don't get in. They might say, "Yeah, my grandma used to do this, that, and the third, but that ain't for me." Until they get hungry, then it's a whole different story. Wellness for Frugal Mama said, I tell my boys this is how you do X, Y, and Z, and the first words out of their mouth isn't okay. It will, what about this? What about that? Yeah. Yeah. And they, the more we try to teach them, the more they don't seem to understand. LG, you said, I would like to work with the homeless by getting them on their feet. Main part is we through the homeless. Then what do we do with them? Yeah. Gleamer, if I miss you, I see people saying hello. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Uh, why all the shop teachers had a finger missing? Hey, that's part of the job. Oh, yeah, I had a good shop teacher. It has been in IT for over 30 years, and I could do just about anything outside of it. Yeah, but that means that you think outside the box, though, Vision. These young kids, you can't get them in the box much longer outside one. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Dolores, thank you, girl. I had problems for a minute, but I found my way in here with your teachings. Now, see, Dolores helped me. She took patience with me. That's one thing I noticed we don't have is patience with a lot of our young folks because they are so defiant in certain things and just don't want to understand that we're doing this for their good, not for ours, because we know how to do it, but we're trying to teach them and show them an easier way to be self-sufficient and be a survivor. And they just don't get it. You know, even when the storms was out, some kind of way they muddled through them because it wasn't really super long term to them. But a lot of places they couldn't go to work because they didn't have electricity. and all the produce on the job might have spoiled, and they had to wait to get the freezers back going again before they can start open up some of these places, especially the restaurants. So if you can't get food to eat, how are you surviving? Whose houses are you going from house to house robbing this, that, and the third to feed yourselves on a daily basis? Because some of these kids eat all day long, like as if they got bottomless pits. And the more you try to tell them, you can go in there and make you a bacon and egg sandwich or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or bologna fry you old fashioned fry you some bologna, take a slice of tomato and put some mayo or toast your bread and get down. They don't want to do that. One, that means they got to fix it themselves. Two, they say, ugh, I don't know, I ain't never had that. But if you ain't never tried, don't say what you don't like. And three, they think you supposed to get up and do it because what else are you doing? And I look at them and say, I'm not the one that's hungry. You are. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Kim Stage said they should put home making, auto body, and other skills back in the high schools. I'm happy I had when I was in school. And I was fortunate that my grandmother was a heck of a seamstress. And when most of those girls was making aprons in schools, I was making three-piece suits because, you know, Granny takes some butcher, that brown butcher paper she would save after she didn't go shopping, and sit down and draw out a pattern and get that old-fashioned Singer machine and get that foot pedal going and spin that wheel. And we was sewing all kinds of stuff. We was making tablecloths, curtains, bedspreads, all that kind of stuff. My grandma didn't play. She said, why should I spend money for this when I can go to the wholesale place, get a couple of bolts of material and go home and make whatever you want? One day I asked her, Grandma, would you make so and so for her? She said, why? You handicapped? You can't make it yourself? I was like, ooh, all right, I'm sorry. My bad. And I sat down and I made my outfit. So LGG said, I would love to start an exercise program with the seniors in the nursing homes. And a lot of them got those programs going now. Hey, Food Forest, how are you? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, I had a lot of nerve with some of you folks today because I'm up to 47 people in the chat. Yeah, and I ain't mad because it just gives me that energy that we all need to put into things like this. You know, we keep saying, if I could, I would. Is it any way possible that you can actually check with your neighborhood community centers or whatever? Because they normally have a curriculum of what goes on, what days or what hours, where you can ask them, can I teach this class to a group of children? Because a lot of these community centers, the kids come there after school until it's time for their parents to get off from work or they come pick them up. So check it out and find. That's how I find out my community center. I go there to play bid whist every Tuesday, you know, and other days they play pinochle and they had Tai Chi for seniors and stuff. And they have to you become available where you can slide up in there and teach a class, you know. I know I'm keep getting little notes. Yeah, so hey, Miss Patty, how are you? Thank you for making it in. Everybody I miss was cooking. Okay, that's okay. We understand. People out, like I always say, this time of day, I understand. People are getting in from work. They have children. They got homework. They got spouses. They might have had a long day at work, you know. So I understand if you're in the bushes. Hey, for all you people in the bushes, I appreciate you as long as you hit that thumbs up button, that like me, show me that you like me just a little bit. Yeah, it's greatly appreciated. Bishop said, yes, indeed. Yeah, it's a lot of ways that we could get to some of these kids, you know. Or sure had I don't know a shop teacher didn't have a finger missing. Yep. Patience where? Yeah, yeah. Everybody don't have the patience. Some of these kids don't have patience because they've never been taught patience. They get stuff like this. They don't want to wait on anything. They feel like they want it and they want it now. They don't want to hear it about tomorrow or next week or later on today. Yeah, times have changed, and this generation actually scares me. And you know why? Hey, Passionately Intrigued Arts and More. Thank you, PIA, for coming in. What scares me about this generation is I'm getting older. As I get older, for now, I'm pretty independent. I can come and go as I please. I can still cook and clean and travel to a certain degree. Once I get to that point, whereas I'm not able to do these things for myself anymore, if I'm not fortunate enough to go into someone's home where I can still be around family that care for me, if I had to be put in a facility, I've seen some of these facility workers, nurses, aides, and doctors. I've had experienced it with my mom all the way up to until she passed away. In some cases, I actually had to step up and step in and let them know this is my mom. She's going to be treated X, Y, and Z. Don't let me come back here and my mom tell me no one's been in here the whole day where she didn't get fresh water or she didn't get turned or she hasn't been bathed or any of that. You don't want me to come back up in here. Okay? I'm the oldest. I don't play them games. This is my mama. Treat my mama like she your mama. If you couldn't stand your mama, don't treat my mama like that. Okay? Do not let me come back up here because it will be a whole different scenario. We didn't have any more problems out of that. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom said she had one nurse that was flipping her, was rough. I went out to that front desk and said, don't send her back in there anymore. Or y'all gonna need the popo. Not for me, for her. Yeah. So it scares me that this generation we got out here now don't have the same level of compassion, empathy, sympathy, kindness, meekness, humility, like we were brought up in. This is a me generation. You can see it through Instagram, TikTok, all these social medias, how these kids do some of the stupidest cranks on people. And then when they get busted in some of these pranks, they want to say, oh, just prank, just prank. You don't do that to people. Prank or no prank. Now, if somebody come up dead behind this prank, what's the story then? People on two different levels nowadays, high and low. That's it. There's no middleman. So you got to be careful on how you act and treat others. And it scares me. Like I said, as I get older, it scares me because I might have to meet some of these kids down the line who's going to be my so-called caretakers. This is a great wish list. It makes me a bit sad because not enough time in the day to get it all done. True that. True that. But you also got to learn how to pace yourself and make time for some things if you want to get them done. It can be hard, but you can do it. Like I say, if you organize and prioritize, it can be done. Trust the skinny cook. Mike, you silly. Yeah, I that's funny. You should say that because I was thinking about a cook that just lost 150 pounds. He's skinny now. And I was like, I don't know now. Is this food gonna taste the same since he lost all that weight? All right, everybody saying hello to one another. You seeing facts. Yeah. Ah, Six Bows is back. Hey, been missing you. Glad to see you. You are back. Thank you very much. You say that's right. They eat all day long and wake up hungry. Yeah. Oh, I see somebody saying, hi, Bayou. Hey, Bayou Sugar. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Yeah, and when I retired from the medical field. And I had nurses on my floor that I actually used to watch. And I pulled one to the side and I just point blank asked her, I said, why are you a nurse? You know what she told me? The money and the benefits. Because from the way she treated her patients made it obvious it wasn't for the compassion and for the love of people. She wanted the experience and the money. That's all. And I knew she wasn't going to be there long because there was too many patients complaining about her bedside manner, and it just wasn't right. And I'm trying to figure out, she was more like the angel of death to me than she was an angel of light. I don't know what she's doing now, but she's not at that hospital. And I feel sorry for her anywhere she goes, especially if she goes to a nursing home. Ah, yeah. I was just showing everybody tonight. This is my new winter hat. And I was like, in my hoodie to go to match with it because it's cold here. It's snowing and it's cold. Yeah. Besides the weather, Kim says I quilted with my grandmother, but you learned a skill, which a lot of these kids might have learned things from their grandparents and not into them. Like a lot of you folks in the chat, I've heard you say that you worked in the garden as children. You worked for a minute, but then as you got older and you didn't have to do it anymore, you didn't. But you're doing it and you understand why they were doing it. And you are happy that you learned some of those life skills on how to feed yourself and your family. Well, a lot of these kids that's out here now, their grandparents was like 37 years old. You know what I'm saying? So they weren't teaching them how to garden. They weren't teaching them how to cook. They wasn't teaching them how to clean. They was right out there in the streets with the rest of them. So these kids miss all those life skills, you know, and a lot of them are just lost. They are. Hey, Tori, thank you for stopping in this evening. You know, and they don't know where to go and what to do. I believe some kids actually want to ask somebody for help and they don't know how to go about doing it. They don't know who to ask. You know, normally they should tell you to come and ask your teachers. Well, some of these teachers, I wouldn't even ask them the time of day because they're just there to collect the paychecks. And I know some of these students aren't the best students in the world, but for the ones who actually want to learn, they are being sacrificed for all the ones who keep disrupting the class and beating up and raping and just tearing down the school systems because they don't want to learn. It's so many of them that don't know how to read and write. They took cursing, writing out of the schools. A lot of them can't even read past the third grade. It's sad of our kids in this system. Now they can count. When it comes to money, oh, they can tell you how much it's gonna cost for a haircut, a new outfit, you know, nails, hair, all this stuff. But if you tell them to sit down and make a budget on how much coming out of the first check for rent, phone, light, and gas, and the second check maybe groceries and a few personal items like dishwashing liquid, soap powder, and stuff that actually costs cash, they couldn't tell you. They don't know what you're talking about. They look at you like you're crazy. They'll get something, a little thing from the Dollar Tree or something to get them through maybe a couple of days, and then they right back where they started from. Girl Dad, cooking up deliciousness. Thank you for stopping in to see that. I appreciate you. I really do. I really do. The question of the evening for the new ones just came in. If you had an opportunity to teach a class, what would you teach? And I'm seeing more and more answers in regards directed towards our young people on everyday hygiene and keeping a house and just learning how to be a respectful human being. You got these young folks who don't respect elderly, they don't respect the police, they don't respect their parents. I grabbed the door. It was an elderly woman walking towards the door with a cane, hunchback, taking her time. Some young kids standing there holding the door open for their buddies. But as soon as the last buddy walked in the door, they didn't even look around to see if there was anybody behind them. Just walked in the store. And I caught the door before it all the way closed. And I stepped to the side and held it open for her. And she looked up at me and she smiled. She said, "Thank you." And she shook her head. And I know she wasn't shaking her head at me. I know what she was shaking her head at. She felt sorry and was embarrassed that these young people have no respect for seniors. It's crazy. Yeah. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. That's the killing part about it. Because as the older we get, if there's no one's teaching them, they're going to get worse than what they are now as they get older. Because they still don't know anything. They still haven't been taught anything. No one seems to care as far as how they feel. I mean, suicide rate went through the roof when social media came around. For all the kids who got bullied, they were committing suicide left and right, being bullied on the internet, being bullied in school, and then it continues on the internet. Social media is not good for everybody. Yeah, Mike, libraries need people to teach classes too. Yeah. But you know what? On a day like here in Ohio, it's dark. It's like almost pitch black outside. And no one wants to be out this late teaching anybody. I mean, it's really not late, but just once the sun goes down, you worry about your safety. And then sometimes about some of your student safety as well. Okay, Vision. Everybody stay safe and hit the like button. Thank you, Vision. I appreciate you coming through. I do, I do, I do. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Hey, Deborah Garrett. How are you, sweetie? Thank you for stopping in. Yeah. So this world is coming to an end as we know it because people don't have love for one another anymore. It's a me, me, me situation. Sylvia said, patience is learned. Pray for patience, and your patience will be tested, but well worth the lesson. Yeah, that is for the ones who have the patience. These kids don't know how to pray. The only time they pray is when they get in trouble. And that might not even be a right prayer that they're given at that particular time. They figure that the dollar, the almighty dollar, is what's going to save them. They don't feel their moms, their dads, anything out here is going to save them. They're on their own. Hey, J3GS Farms, what's up? Thank you for coming in this evening. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to get back up to this question. Happy Max says, I work at a nursing home. I will never leave my house. Just saying. I understand. And that's what I'm saying. You know what my granddaughter told me? She said, Graham, you're not going into a nursing home. You're coming to my house. I don't know about that. Old timers run in my family. I think I have a touch of it every now and then. And I've seen what dementia old timers do to an individual, how that they break them down, and that these patients, as they get older and get worse, they have to have like a babysitter 24/7. They can't be left alone. They can't cook or handle the kids or whatever because one minute their minds is fine, then Next minute, they're talking craziness. My grandmother, I saw my grandmother with it. I came to visit her after my granddad died. And she died not too long after, and they was married for 66 years. Granddaddy died first. And she saw me and she's like, "Oh, you come to visit me?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Hi, hello, Grandma." And she didn't know who I was talking to. She said, "Who are you?" And then I tried to describe her to her because at that time, all right, there the word dementia and Alzheimer's had not been said. We called it senility, just getting old. Did not know what it meant at that time. And I drove home. I had to pull over to the curb and I cried like a baby because my grandmother didn't know who I was. And then when I got home, my mom called me and said, "Your grandmother called and said she met a nice lady today who came over and helped her clean up and cook." That was me. And then I started learning more about this disorder disease. So we helped Granny all the way up until she died. But back in those days, you didn't put your people in the nursing homes. You had a hospital bed in the dining room, took the table and chairs out, put a hospital bed in there, and their family took turns coming over, giving grandma a bath or emptying a potty chair, or whatever needed to be done. You didn't put your people in nursing homes. Now, people don't want to be bothered with you. They will drop your butt off in a nursing home so fast and make your head swim. And don't care what kind of care you get in most cases. Not all of them, but in most cases. Now, in the ones that pay big money, oh, they're gonna take good care of you because they're getting paid. But for the ones who don't have those pockets that deep, these nursing homes suck. And you trying to find the best or the worst of them when you go to the low budget, and that's hard to do. Now, if you're the type of family that visits often and stay on top, they will take good care of you because they know you're going to be checking up on them. But if there's someone in the bed next to them in the same room and they families don't show up or whatever, it's sad on how they treat some of those patients. So that's what scares me, that I'm getting older and there's nobody out here teaching these people how to love one another. They don't go to church where they can learn how to love and how to show compassion and humility. So where are they going to get it from? How are they going to learn this if they don't have mentors or classes somewhere they can go that don't charge them an arm and a leg to take that course in order to feel like a human being? It's scary. It's really scary. Oh, I know I'm so far behind my chat. Plant a food forest and always have food. Dig a cave if you can and have, excuse me, always have a home rent and mortgage free. Goats for cheese, milk, butter, meat, clear, meat clean. I got it. Chickens for eggs and meat. All right. Now that might be okay for you, food forest, but a lot of these people don't live in homes. A lot of them live in apartments, which means they don't have that type of accessibility. Not everybody, it, not necessarily have to be a homesteader, but have property where they can do all that. That's why a lot of them do hydroponics and plant in grow bags and pots because that's the best they can do. Yeah, Mike, no empathy, can't see beyond themselves. And what they scared to understand is that one day they're going to get old and the next generation might be worse than what they are. And once they see and realize that this generation really don't give a flat fine fig Newton about your behind, it's going to be even scarier. They only see themselves as being young forever. They don't see anything long term. And that's where they're making their biggest mistakes. It is. Sylvia says, they have no morals, none of what you mentioned In my 69 years, I have watched each generation just go lower and lower. And that what I just said, I hadn't even read your comment yet. That the generation that's here now, they fail to realize that they're going to get old. And if they think about that, their own personal actions on how they treat people, they haven't looked at the next generation that's coming behind them. Are they going to treat them any better than what you're treating these people out here? That's what I'm saying. They haven't looked any further than the tip of their nose or the end of the week. They think they're gonna be young and they're gonna party forever. Yeah. They really don't understand what the future means. Patty says we experienced the same thing with my mother-in-law being in a health facility. We met with the doctor and head nurse. Some of these caregivers are a mess. Yeah, a hot mess. They don't want to take care of people. They really don't. They just want to come in, clock in, do their time, and go home. They act like I said, that one day they might have an emergency and end up in a nursing home or in the same facilities they work in. They're gonna be scared because they know the type of people that works on that unit, and they know they're gonna treat them no different than they treat the rest of them, which means your butt's gonna be in bad shape. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's scary. It's scary. It's so many things that people need to be taught. Bayou Sugar said, Mama Shirley, you speaking to me right now. I'm working at a facility and I'm the more experienced nurse and I'm having to pull these nurses' aides. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, they AID. They got my internet son. How are you? Hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, 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 uh. Money in the chat. Money in the chat. Thank you, ARD. Mama appreciates that. Oh, yes. Much love from the Bay Area. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you. Everybody saying hello to ARD. Oh, yes, that is awesome. Just gifted. What's up? How you doing, honey? Yeah. I've been quite busy lately and where I've been in the streets a little bit, helping our friends and family. I got a girlfriend who lost her husband, and she has to move out of where she's at, and she found a new place, and it's nicer. It's even nicer than where she's at. Where she at, it's not bad. It's even nicer where she's going to. And I've been helping her out. She's been helping me out. I've had girlfriends come over and help me out, trying to help me get my house together, getting these rugs and stuff off the floor because I had my knee surgery in January. So I'm doing a little moving furniture around and making walkways wider and what have you. So I just been busy. I've been listening to a lot of you guys' lives. I've been putting my ear pods in and listening to you. I'm not always able to comment to each individual because I know some people feel it's rude that if they say hello to you, you don't say hello back. So sometimes when I'm in the bushes, I don't always say anything because I really can't stop to do it because I got how they say, a momentum going and I don't want to stop. And I don't want anybody to feel disrespectful if they say hi to me and I don't say hi back. Sometimes I will say hello to everyone in the chat because my hands is too full and I can't stop. I might be washing dishes or I'm going through clothes now. So it's just a lot of things I've been busy with. And I'm going to babysit my great granddaughter tomorrow. And my granddaughter doesn't like when I'm sitting on there listening to you guys on YouTube. Don't ask me why, but I put my ear pods on and baby be sitting there want me to put an ear pod in her ear. They hear what grandma's I'm Nana to listening to. So never think that I'm dissing y'all. I listen to y'all all the time. I just can't always respond. Um, you guys help me out sometimes to get through the day when I got a lot on my mind and my mind needs to slow down. Some of you lives will make me laugh, help me redirect my thinking, helps me calm down if I want to lay down and go to sleep. Sometimes I'll put your live on and doze off to sleep. I wake up, my phone either dead or the laptop didn't stop, how they say that energy mode. But I hear you guys. I hear the laughter. I hear the stories you tell about certain things. And it just makes me feel so good that you guys take this time to do stuff. Um, ARD, the question is, if you had an opportunity to teach a class, what would you teach? Yeah, everybody's saying hello. I'm trying to get to the bottom of the chat. Everybody's thanking ARD for the money in the chat, and I appreciate you. I do, I do, I do. Yeah, and this statement is really true. Some of the young folks don't respect anybody, not even themselves. They don't. Oh, and this is a true statement too. Reach on, teach one. Some elders need teaching. That's true. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't this be a good one? I would love to teach communication skills. You got that right. Because some of these individuals, it's not even ebonics. Uh, this, that, and those. Oh my God. Oh, have you ever heard overhear a conversation that the language is not per se foul, but illiterate? I'm trying to figure out how to put. They don't have enough knowledge to even give you a complete sentence that makes sense. And it almost makes you cringe when you have figured out what they're trying to say, but it's in the worst way possible. It's like, oh wow, they could have said such and such and such, you know. Yeah, it does, and some worse than others. Yeah. But you're like, oh my goodness, what did they just say? And it's like, wow. And it even makes you cringe even more so. If it makes you cringe, imagine how you feel if there's other nationalities standing around hearing the same individual make a statement, and if it's making you cringe, it makes you embarrassed for them, and you wish they would just shut up, change the subject or whatever, because it was just that bad. And sometimes it'll stick with you all day, that conversation, that it was just so bad that you're just wondering what kind of life has this individual had or is living at this point where they can't even articulate what they want or what they mean or how they feel. And the words that they put together is so horrific to your ears. It just make you, ugh. Some cases it make you want to cry. Some cases you want to hug them and say, "Oh, it's not that bad." And then some cases it's like, "Oh, I'm surprised they still walking around talking." And I've seen more than once a conversation like that. And I was like, if I could teach a class, what kind of class could I possibly teach this individual to help them understand that it can be better than that? Yeah. Kim Stage, before I retired last year, the teenagers were getting younger and younger coming to jail. My last one was 17 years old in there for unaliving someone. Yeah. And you know what? At one point, I think before the pandemic, when they were having all these drive-bys of these young people, it was one point, a lot of those young people didn't believe that they could live past 21 because of the kind of lives they were living. The guns and the drugs and the money that was going on, a lot of them believed that they weren't going to live past 21. And they weren't scared. That's the killing part. They weren't scared. They figured if they lived to 22, they're going to live forever. Now, this one, I like to see this happen. I would teach a class on good old fashioned customer service. Yeah. I don't even want to talk to a machine. Yeah. I hate those machines. I try to hit zero from the get go. Just get me an operator to send me. I'm not going to sit there and listen to. If you need help with your phone bill, press 1. If you need help with disconnection, press 2. If you speak English, stay on the line and someone will get with you shortly. Wait time 47 minutes. Eat. 47 minutes? Oh, no, we're not doing this. Mm-mm. Yeah. Ooh, did that drop? Which people are the slowest people to lose their temper or get frustrated? Doctors, because of all the patients they have. Yeah, that's not true either. Don't believe that. Ooh. After working in the health field, yeah, I don't think so. Serena says, I'm autistic, so it's difficult to read people who don't show expressions. If a person says something in a casual manner that is, I guess, is that sarcastic, I won't pick up on it and I will take it literally. Yeah, and you got to be careful with that. You has Asperger's syndrome, a high functioning form of autism. And we appreciate you coming in the chats as well. Thank you for that information. Good night, Earthlings. Great chat, Miss Shirley G. So true how the real world is. Peace brings love, and love brings peace. There are no institutions in nature, only mothers. Ah, thank you for stopping in, Pooh Force. I appreciate your permaculture. You have a good evening. All right. So Nikki says she understands. So does her daughter. Nikki, when you telling us your daughter was writing a book, or did she have it published yet? Okay. Everyone on West Coast where the bomb cyclone is hitting. Don't know. Haven't took a update on the weather. Improper sentence structure. Yeah. Communication. There are a lot of folks out here who do not know how to communicate without using foul language, or as we would always say, anger management. They figure if you ask them a question, you're directing it personally at them instead of them just listening to the question that was asked. Um, I saw a dress on a young lady I thought was cute, and I asked her, "Where'd you get that dress?" "Oh, you trying to say you don't like my dress?" And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Slow your roll, girlfriend. Slow your roll. I think the dress is cute. I was just asking you where you got it, because I think maybe my granddaughter might like one." "Oh, why didn't you just say that in the first place?" I was like, "You know what? That's okay. Have a nice day," and walked away. I was like, "Oh boy, where did all that come from?" I'm like, they can't tell the difference of someone asking them a question and someone that's just downright rude for no reason. I was just like, oh, all right. I said, won't do that again. All right. Nikki says she's still writing her book. She's a bit OCD too. That's all right. We'll be waiting for it to come out so we can get a copy of it and check it out. Yeah, I appreciate that. So, does anybody else want to give their $5,000 answer on if you had an opportunity to teach a class, what else would you teach? So far, I've heard about life skills like cooking and cleaning, skills of management, finan- managing finances, also a skill like carpentry, electrician, and plumbers. We need those. You don't need to go to college for 4 years, and they pay better than some of those jobs that some of these kids go to college for 4 years and get out with these degrees and can't find a job in that particular field. And they end up still back where they started from in fast food restaurants or waiters in a regular restaurant or whatever because they can't find a job in the field that they took the studies for. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. The analytic gardener. The reading comprehension level of the average American is seventh to eighth grade. Yeah, and that's sad. Yeah, some of them can't even read a dinner menu. Now that's cute. He said, "Who are the slowest talkers in the world? Convicts. They can't spend up to 25 years or more on a single sentence." Okay. Yeah, that is sad. Yep. Because you can, there was a guy that was in a restaurant once sitting at a table next to us, and they gave him a menu. And you know how you can tell when somebody's struggling, and you just kind of look and you try not to stare. And he was like, and I offered him my glasses. I was like, "Sir, you forgot your glasses." You know, I'm trying to be polite. Maybe you can see out of my glasses. And he was like, "Oh, no, that's okay. I can see." And I was like, "He can't read." I said it to myself. I didn't say it out loud. And someone else from another table did that. And he came over and he said he was very tactful in how he approached this gentleman. He was like, "Did you see anything on here you might like? You can point to it." And he said, "I'm not sure about this." And then the guy said, "Oh, you want a hamburger?" He's like, "Yeah." He said, "You want lettuce and tomatoes and stuff on?" He just ran it down to him. He's like, "Yeah, yeah." He asked, "Did he want fries?" It's like, "Yeah." And so when the waitress came back, the gentleman was nice. So he said, "Get this gentleman here. He wants a hamburger." Then he asked him how you want it. He said, "Oh, I want it well done with the works and fries." And he said, "What do you want to drink?" He's like, "Lemonade." He said, "Okay." Yeah. Yeah, and I kind of nodded my head at him like, "Wow, thanks." That was very smooth the way he did that. I would teach technology and social media, which is shocking because I love being a Sunday school teacher and being a teacher assistant in a public school. Yeah. Yeah, it takes all kind though. Who's this that said that? Gail Jones, thank you for stopping through. I appreciate you. Yeah. Saying hello to everybody in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We know you got lives. I appreciate you. So, no one here is in Oregon, Washington, or California area where the bomb cyclone is hitting. They might be, but they don't. We're not talking on that subject right now, Serena. So, kind of let that go for now, okay? We got another specific topic we got going here. Okay, my chat's jumping back and forth. But thank you though, giving us notification that there is one. I don't know about the slow talking. I'm educated, but my nickname is Get to the Point. I'm a Southerner. I take my and again, I have to catch myself. As I've gotten older, I have gotten to catch myself because my mother and my grandmother, they were very sarcastic women. And I did pick up a few of their traits, and I had to learn to readjust my way of speaking to people and talking to them because they would say something and I would just quick on the jump there about the reply. And I had to stop doing that. It was rude, it's condescending, it was a whole lot of stuff, and I had to learn to stop that and just listen to people because I would get to the point where it's like, I'm like you get to the point, quick beating around, going around the block to get to the corner. I ain't got all day for this, and I had to stop and slow down and listen. And then sometimes I found out it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Otherwise, I'd have made a fool of myself if I'd have spoke before they finished talking. So believe me, and I'm a Southerner. Well, I was raised in the city, but my folks is from Georgia, so I'm a Southerner. Hands in the dirt. What's up? What's up? What's up? I was listening to you and Nikki yesterday, laughing at Bougie in the background dancing. Uh-huh. I didn't come in. I was in the bushes. I enjoyed you guys yesterday. Y'all had me cracking up. But my offer is still open for you, Stacy, to come over here and knock these deer out. Okay, you seen them on my video. Ain't that small? You can come get them. I ain't mad at you. Take all of them because they getting on my nerves. LGG said would also like to teach a class on dangers of giving birth in some hospitals. That's true. The mortality rate is really high among um, Black Americans. It can be life and death. We are not aware how quality care is not applied to all. True that. Same way with the emergency room. Yeah. This Southerner will talk fast, but say all this to say that and want others to get to the point. Yeah, I'm like that too. I mean, like, I ain't got all day. Come on. What is it you trying to say? Just spit it out. God, you had me sitting here trying to figure out what you're saying. I was like, yeah, I had to slow down. I was like, you want people to listen to you, so you're going to have to learn how to listen to them. Yeah, in most cases. I do it to my relatives, though. I want them to say something smart. People out here I work with in the stores or whatever. Stacy said a deer with a bow in there. Stacy, believe me, I know how to hang a deer, slit its throat, let it drain, and dress it. I just can't do it here. It's against the law. So, but I would look. I love venison. So, but yeah, but if I can get somebody else to come and do it for me, yeah, yeah. And that's what I was listening to. Analytic. I heard them pushing to get you to 1,000. Like I said, I was in the bushes listening. Are we related? I feel you. Hey, Ann's Backyard Garden. Thank you for stopping in. I would like to teach a first aid class, CPR, etc., how to save a life. Yeah. Well, the way they was cutting and stabbing and shooting one another, they definitely could have used a course in CPR if they ain't get a course in anything else. I'm with you on that one, Ann. Yeah. We had to take a CPR class, every 6 months working in the hospital. You had to keep your skills up to date. And what was it? Oh, so much stuff I done forgot. Yep. Analytic guard there. Whoop whoop. Hit that 1K. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Yeah, you'll be all right in a minute. Yeah. So for the new ones, Stacy, I know that you like to work in the schools around the children. But my question was, if you had the opportunity to teach a class, what class would you teach? I know you go out and help build gardens and stuff, but if you actually taught the class, what would you teach? I would like to teach us Black women to be softer. I want us to realize we don't have to carry the whole load all the time. True that. True that, Gail. Yeah, because some of them out here, boy, they harder than some of these men out here. Cuss more than they do. I done heard some women that can outcuss men, and I didn't think that was possible. I had a woman standing next to me. She was on her phone. Why do they want to get out in public and get the cussing and acting a fool? Do that stuff in the privacy of your own home behind doors. This woman was so loud and so bad. Security asked her if she didn't tone it down. She had to go. Because, I mean, she was standing next to me. I was ready to do this. Like, oh my gosh. Ain't no way in the world you need to talk to anybody like that. Man, woman, child, cat, dog, nobody. A woman's mouth was so foul, even Lysol soap and Lysol bleach couldn't clean that out. Michelle, are you having a live next week on a different day since Thanksgiving is next Thursday? Oh no, I'm having it Thursday. I don't celebrate holidays, so it's just another day for me. And normally by the time I have my live, everybody done had their turkey and they watching football games and laying around. So I might cut it to an hour instead of two, but I'm still on. Hey, Miss So Blessed. Yeah, was in your live earlier today. I was cracking up with that too. Everybody been having so much good information lately about your gardens, how to take care of yourselves and your family. It's just finances. I mean, it's been a lot of good information within the last couple of months in the community, not just the gardening community, because not everybody is gardeners. Some of them are supporters, some of them are crafters, some of them are in the legal field, some in the IT field, but we're all feeling the same pinch in regards to how to prep and get ready for hard times. Like my girlfriend came over the other day. She was helping me in the house. She was like, "Girl, you got food everywhere." I was like, "When my money get funny, I still can eat." I was like, "When we had these snowstorms and stuff, y'all be wishing y'all be knocking on my door." I'd be like, I'm good. I got a gas stove. If I hear that we having a threat of a storm, I go in and cut my all four of my burners on in my oven, put them on low, so once the gas go out, electricity go out, I don't have to worry about the electronic starter on my gas stove, and I can boil water, I can cook, I can heat my house, I can do a lot of things. That's why living in a house that's all electric, that's a deal breaker for me. If I can't have gas, that's a wrap. I ain't doing that. Hey, Tampa Creek, what's up? I was watching your video where you said, "Yeah, I made it. You was at your land." That was so cute. That was so funny. I just love it. That's what I'm saying. We got people from all walks of life. We got people with all different ambitions. We have people who are willing to grow and share with us how they are growing and what they're doing on the way. Hanson the Dirk said, "I would like to teach." Let me put you on the big screen. "I would like to teach leadership classes to the youth on a more consistent basis before I retire as a manager. I had the opportunity to teach young men leadership and just life skills." Now, my question to you, how did these young men take that information? Did they accept it? Did they think it applied to them? Or did they think they were already men and that there was nothing that you can tell them? Because not, just because you want to teach all this information to these young people, not all of them accept it. And how do they respond? Yeah, I wonder why everything looking fuzzy out this one eye. Because my glasses got all kinds of fingerprints on them. I don't even know how I looked at it out of it this long. Oh, much better, much better. Look like a mouse ran across my glasses. Oh, look, I can see y'all. All right. Hey, Turnpike, Stacy. Yeah, how to teach them. I had the opportunity to teach young men. All right, did you stop? Did you only teach the class once or twice and stop, or are you aiming to go back to doing that? Because we still got a lot of young men out here that could use that type of help. Someone to look out because a lot of them are in single parent households, and it's not always with the dad. So they could use a male model or mentor to help them to keep going. And that's true too. Yeah, you can only teach teachable. Not everybody's gonna want to learn. Not everybody want to hear that. Not everybody feel that it applies to them. That they've been the man of the household since dad walked out, or they never knew dad, and mom worked all the time. So if he got siblings, he might be at home watching the siblings or whatever. Uh, Mike, that's rude. Yeah, that's rude, Mike. What would you say? Tell her to clean your ass. You know you silly. You Ro. Hey baby. How are you? I was thinking about you today. I was like, we gotta grab snatch up TLC and ride over to Akron. I said, one of these days I'm gonna ride over to see my brother. And I'm gonna say, can we stop by the house and say hey? I like to see your kitty too. Yeah, she over there asleep. Mm-hmm. And she got a new spot. She go all the way around the house. Yeah, right. Like my mom used to say, "What's wrong with my glasses? I can't see out of them." And I take them off and I look at them. I say, "Oh my God, how can you even see out of these?" I was like, "It's a wonder you could see at all." And then I would go in there. I actually had to put some real soap and water on them and scrub them up and bring them out. She's like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Mom, try cleaning them sometime," because she's sitting on top of my head and never clean them. Oh, money in the chat. Oh, baby. Hey, ho, hey, ho, 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 ho. Money in the chat, money in the chat, money in the chat, chat, chat. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I do, I do, I do, I do. Hey, Ro, question to you. If you had the opportunity to teach a class, what would you teach? We didn't have some very profound answers to that question. But then I'm also thinking of the generation that these questions is coming from. And they're from mature ones who had great grandparents and great examples and teachers, you know. So for the younger ones, these young teachers, they're not teaching these kids anything. They're just trying to get through the work day. And it's scary because these, as they say, is our future. And let it go. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Good evening, Kenneth Wilkinson. How are you, sweetie? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Yes, thank you for your support. Mom, Mama got to buy some soil to put in all these grow bags. I got these. I got 5 10-gallon grow bags. So I was like, okay. And I was watching Asia from Yellow Door today, one of her videos, and she was saying that everyone asked her what size the grow bag she used, that she got lined up in her rows, and they were 7 gallons. I was like, uh-oh, I got 10 gallons. I said, I ought to grow a little bit more. So now I'm trying to figure out what to put in these grow bags since they 10 gallons. Yeah. But it's just funny that the more I think of how I raised my son, how I helped raise my grandchildren, and now I'm on a fifth generation, my great granddaughter. And I want to teach her everything I know. Um, And I could see some of the teachings in my granddaughter being around her, which is funny because it's almost like a mirror image of myself. And she's like, when she wants to get sarcastic with me, she'll look at me, she go, Graham. I said, where'd you learn that at? Where'd you get that from? She turned around and looked at me, Graham. And I just smile and I'm tickled. Um, and for my great granddaughter, I want to teach her the same thing. And that was one thing that we had a problem with from the older generations. They didn't always tell you about certain things because they considered it taboo. But then as you got older, you had to learn this stuff. So I don't want my granddaughter to come up, my great granddaughter to come up short. You Roro said I would do something like teaching teens how to balance a checkbook, basic finances for budding adults, something I wish I would have been taught at that age. Yeah, and that popped up because a lot of them know how to pay for car note, car insurance, cell phones, and other stuff, but nails, hair, and eyelashes, and the guys with t-shirts and bagging pants because they sure not buying belts and pew pews. But when it comes to everyday living in life, how to go grocery shopping, how to do your laundry, how to clean your house, that's a whole different story and a whole different trade. You got a lot of kids out here that a lot of these people you see going to laundromats when they haven't figured out that it's cheaper to buy your own washer and dryer. That's so many of our youth yearn for the wisdom of elders, whether they admit it or not. Yeah, yeah, it's like I wish I'd learned what Granny was trying to show me how to do so and so and so, and I didn't listen. Now I don't know how to do it. Just like I took my son, he went in the basement. He was in junior high. Yeah, junior high. He went in the basement. He said, my clothes is all messed up because they in a pile over here. I said, I brought you down here and showed you how to wash your clothes. I said, I don't wear anything in that pile. I was like, why should I break my back carrying your clothes up and down these steps when I don't wear anything? Yeah. So when I show you again, you wash your stuff and you clean it up and you bring it upstairs and fold it up and put it away. Same way with dishes. Why is there dishes in the sink? I didn't eat out of any of these dishes, drink anything out of any of these glasses. Why is my sink full? You think I'm gonna wash your dishes? I was like, turn around. He's like, why you tell me to turn around? I said, I'm looking for that handicap sticker on your back. I don't see one. Get in there and get them dishes. you know, and then I would go in there and check them. And if they're not clean, I would make some hot sudsy water that almost burns his hand, put some bleach in it, and I say, wash them again. Now he like Nikki, he OCD about washing dishes and cleaning up the kitchen. Yeah. He caters, so he cooks. So yeah. Yeah, so it's funny if some of your kids will pay attention to you and pick up what you're putting down and they take it to heart and it's a life lesson they learn and they pass it on to the next one. Like I told my granddaughter, my oldest one, and I was like, if I cook, you wash dishes. If you cook, I wash dishes. So she came over for the weekend. That's the way it went. If I got up early in the morning and did pancakes and sausages and all the other good stuff, when I got through eating, I didn't move. She come get my plate. She go in the kitchen and she does the dishes. And I was like, cleaning the kitchen is more than just washing dishes. You got to wipe down the stove, handles on the refrigerator, sweep the floor, take out the garbage if it overflows, and pour out that old dishwater. Wring out your cloth, make sure there's no dirty water or dishes in the sink. That's how you clean the kitchen. Washing dishes is not just part of it. A lot of these kids don't do any of that because their parents don't make it an issue for them to do it. Sifty was silent more. What's up, Mona? How are you? Glad to see you. Been missing you. Yep, glad to see you doing all right. Mona, question to you. If you had the opportunity to teach a class, what would you teach? And Nikki said, yeah, I like that role. Yeah. Everybody saying hi to one another. Yeah, because this is not an easy subject to approach for everybody because you really have to sit down and think in regards to all the different personalities you're going to have to deal with once you get a room full of people. It might be 10 people in there, but you got 10 different personalities that you're dealing with. You got to figure out how to approach this subject and ask the right questions in order to get the answer you need in how to approach the class or to give them what they need. Just because you're telling folks, I'm here to teach you about your finances, they looking at you like, what kind of finances? Can you be a little more specific? Whether it's saving up money to rent an apartment or saving up money to buy a house, or whether to save money from your paycheck um, for savings for in the future, for your old age pension, or whatever you want to call it. How to make sure that if you have to pay for medical out of your check. I mean, it's been days where after I got through writing down everything I have a notebook that I write every single thing down, even if I paid a buck or two for a candy bar. I want to know where every dime is at. So if I come up broke at the end of this paycheck, I know that my rent is paid for the next 28 days. The phone line gas is paid for the next 28 days. Back then we had cable. Cable was paid for 28 days. You know, you knew what was paid for and you could start saving for the next month. Because from that, once you pay your basics needs, you still got to buy groceries. You might need money for transportation, uh, whether it's on the bus, you buying a bus pass, or if you're putting gas in the car. You have to also worry about putting a few dollars to the side for possible wear and tear in the car, like oil changes, new tires, a simple thing as new windshield wipers, which can be detrimental to you seeing on a rainy day when you're driving, you know. So once you find a job that you like and it has a halfway decent wage, you have to think past what you think your base pay is and what you actually receive from that after they finish taking every kind of tax you can think of out of your paycheck and what's left for you to work on or work with. That's why so many people now have more than one job because after paying all their necessities out of one check, it's not enough money to go to the following 2 weeks waiting on another check. And they say robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's not easy. And everything is going up but your paycheck. They'll give you a 2% raise, but then the taxes go up. So it's like sometimes like beating a dead horse. Just when you think you're going 2 steps forward, you're going 4 steps back. So yeah, I like to teach a little bit of everything. I would like to teach elementary kids how to respect the little kids, like kindergartners. You hear so much now about kids bullying little kids because little kids don't know if they're telling the truth or they want to be their friend. They conning them, they talking to them, they playing with them, and then they had them doing some of the stupidest stuff. I actually had to get on my neighbor downstairs. There were some older kids coming over here and just making her kids do all kinds of stupid stuff. And I went down there and I told them, get out, go home. I better not catch you back over here again. And then I knocked on the door and I was like, you need to be watching your kids. They got your kids doing all kinds of stupid stuff. And he was like, I told her not to come over here, yeah, yeah, yeah. But you didn't go out there and check on them either. They haven't been back, but the kids was gullible and they was looking for some guidance and they was getting it from all the wrong places. Now they play with kids their own age and they're happier and better behaved children because they're not being manipulated. Thank you for reminding me. I need to ask Santa for some new wish. Okay, Sons. Hey, whatever works. Whatever works, Like it says, sometimes it's the littlest things that can end up costing you the most because you either let it go too long or you forgot about it. And then, like I said something, it reminds you. Yeah, that might not be a big thing to some people, but when it rains, it's a whole different game. And it's a game changer. Okay, it's a game changer. Yeah, you need to have windshield wipers that work when you need them. You know, um, and even a simple thing as new filters in your car when you get an oil change. That makes a difference too. People don't understand that the biggest things might be the most expensive things, but the little things can make a difference too. Yeah. I love people. I'm a people person. If I can help you in any form or fashion without giving you a kidney or a piece of my liver, I will go. I will give you the shirt off my back. Even though I know I might have needed that shirt to cover my behind, but if I thought you needed it more and I know I can go elsewhere and get me another one, I give it to you. I ain't hard to get along. And I think that's what helps keeps my blessings personally coming. Because I don't mind sharing. I don't. I don't because I know it's been a couple of times I needed some help, and I got help from the people I least expected it to come from, which was so weird about it. But they was there for me, and I appreciated that. And I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. My mom's always been a giving type of person, and I've always been likewise. But as I got older, I really understood the significance of doing to others. I did. And I like giving. It just makes me feel good. It's just something about helping others and giving that just makes you just all warm and fuzzy inside. And it always comes back when I least expect it. God knows it's caught me off guard and just made me cry because I least expected, you know. So it ain't always for us to know about everything, but we're here to help one another. And it's amazing to me that people from the late 40s and 50s, 60s, even up to the 70s, how they feel in regards to the forms of discipline that has changed in the household, how the loyalty from your jobs have slowly disappeared, how the world has changed to the point whereas you know that there's a change coming. Don't know when, the day, or the hour, but a change is coming. But up until that time, it's up to us to take care of what we can the best we can when we can. And if you want to bring people along with you to help them, a lot of them got to be taught first. A lot of them got to be taught. Because if they don't understand what you're saying, they just as lost as from the beginning. So it's up to us to a certain degree to help this next generation of children and young adults to become more than what they are now. Only as it's been brought out if they listen. You can present it to them, but it's up to them whether or not they want it and listen. And that's the part that's going to be the hardest of it all. Thank you, Stacy. Wait a minute, Stacy. I'm I'm drinking some hot tea and I'm putting up my pinky finger. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you. And that offer is still open now. These I got these deals. I got plenty of them. Just bring Bubba in the truck and 40 out 40. Come on over here and work it out. Work it out. Yeah. And I do appreciate all the ones who came in this evening. I really do. One of these days I'm gonna get Nightbot to kind of work and see, so y'all can drop your channels and stuff and let us know what city and state you're in, what your growth zone is. So for the new folks that keep popping up in all our lives, they can also reach out to other people. I don't know if that's my art. I know he wants to start his channel. I think he said he got a live coming up, and hopefully that he reached out for folks in his grow zone so that he can get the information he needs. She sleep, might let her stay sleep. They sleep 22 hours out of the day. She's already come over here and bugged me later this afternoon. So now she's over there knocked out. Yeah, she's still over there asleep. I had to make her change her way of sleeping because she was asleep during the day, and like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, she started zooming through the house. I was like, "Oh, you done lost your mind. You crazy. Wake me up thinking somebody done broke in. It's just a cat zooming." She run from the back of the kitchen through the house, jump up on a piece of furniture, then jump down and zoom back through there. I was like, is you crazy? I was like, "Do I need to put you in a cage?" I was like, "Oh, we're not doing this." So I make her stay up all day. Every time I see her sleep, I wake her butt up. Yes, ma'am. Can't cash your pearls to swines. It will wear you out. Yeah. I ain't got that kind of energy now. I'm tired. I'm like G quiet. I've actually taken a nap after it. I know I'm supposed to go to Odom's because I'm a moderator, but it's sometimes it take me a minute. I might want to doze off because I didn't take my nap this afternoon because I was out shopping. So I had to take a nap. I'm like you said, my metabolism I don't get but 4, maybe 5 hours worth of sleep if I'm lucky. My metabolism slows down, so I don't burn as much energy, but I just be like, and I take my vitamins and stuff. I beat my B12 and yeah, D3 and all of that stuff, but shoot, yeah, growing old ain't for sissies. You got to be able to hang. I really do enjoy it. Uh, you Roro, what you got fermenting over there? I was watching your video the other day of your tomatoes. That's supposed to been tiny and wasn't nothing tiny about it. And the micros that wasn't it wasn't micros either. I love y'all watching y'all and y'all hydroponics trying to get them together and grow stuff. It amazes me. I just love to see them, and they get big too. Them plants. I mean, that one tomato you showed the stem was pretty thick on that bad boy, and it's starting to fruit. And I was like, okay, your cat don't like tomatoes. I was like, yeah, mine don't either. Yes, cats sleep most of the time. Late night, mine get gangster. Oh, that's right. You got a cat too with your dogs. Yeah, I forgot about you. I know you had some, but I forgot about it. Yeah. Yeah, she was zooming through the house. I was like, "Oh, you about ready to get put out?" Because I jumped her one night. I was like, we not doing this." Uh, you know what? I would like to also teach these young people on how to respect each other. I know a lot of them don't have respect for themselves, but it's the way they talk to each other. Why the girls got to be the B word? and the boys be the P word, the punks. I'm just like, that's not how you talk to one another. And then you turn around and say, if you want respect, you got to get respect. No, you have to ask for it. We're not giving you anything. If you don't treat me respectful, it's kind of hard for me to do the same for you because I know I'm not going to get a positive response. I can come at you correct, then you come at me nasty. Then when I look at you and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. And you have to learn that evidently this individual hasn't had the proper training. They might have raised themselves, or they might be raising siblings because their mom might be working all the time and they had to grow up overnight. You have to really think before you say anything to some of these young folks because it will get you beat up or killed if you don't watch what you say. Euro said, got some radishes fermenting and a jar of collards fermenting. Okay. All right. Uh, Sam says, when we had a cat, Felix would forever be sleeping in the bathroom sink, and then he would get an attitude when I needed to wash my hands. Now, Annie's not allowed in the bathroom at all. She will sit outside my bathroom door all day long, but she will not come in that bath. If she comes in the bathroom, she does it if I leave the house. She don't do it while I'm here. I told her, I don't come and sit at your litter box and watch you poop or wash up. Don't come sit at the door and watch me. I shut the door in her face. She started pushing. I hear the door creaking. She's pushing the door open. So I had to buy a new lock and put it on my bathroom door so that when I take a shower and when I pull the shower curtain back, my door's not standing wide open because she will do that. She will keep it hitting at that bottom until it pop, and she'll push the door open and be sitting right there waiting on me to step out the shower. Scared the bejeebus out of me one day. I thought somebody had broke in the house. Nobody but the cat. So I put a lock on the door and I could hear it push. I hear it creak. And I was like, she know I locked it so she can't get the door open. Yeah. Yeah, I keep them cats. She's spoiled, but I told her, I don't watch you in your litter box. You don't watch me in the bathroom. So I shut the door in her face. She'd be sitting out there going, yeah. And I was like, no. It's like the kids. What you doing? You know what I'm doing. I'm in the bathroom. Come on. Yeah, that's the way my cat is. All right, y'all. It's 1:58 and doing a countdown. I just want to say thank everyone for coming in who popped in and popped out, going on their happy way. I already dropped down from 57 to 26. I'm not sure if Odom is coming on at 9 o'clock tonight or not, but I will be finding out shortly. Thank you so much for coming in and listening to me. Yeah, she's a creeper, right? Yeah, mine do. She didn't find out. But this Miss Shirley OG Garden in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, Zone 6B. I enjoy you guys. I hope to see you next week, Thursday. Turkey Day or no day, it's just another day to me. If you come by, I appreciate it. I'll cut it short for you so y'all can sit back, unbutton your pants, and just chill out and enjoy your day of gorging on food. And have something nice and sweet or cool to drink. As I always say, enjoy your day. And thank you, Mike, for coming by. Thank you, you grow row. Oh, look, Mike. See, it's like saying Beetlejuice 3 times. Mrs. Kelsey, thank you so much. Just one Ella, thank you this evening. Thank you all for coming in. I enjoyed y'all. I'll see y'all in these used to streets. And Mike, and you know it. And she mad at me right now. She just turned her tail up at me. Thank you, Ro. Enjoy your all. And as I always say, enjoy your day. And y'all come back now. You hear? Oh, and did you show me that you like me? Just a little bit.